The dawn of the new millennium brought with it a profound loss, one that echoed through the valleys and peaks of the Pyrenees. On the cold morning of January 6, 2000, the world bore witness to the extinction of the Pyrenean Ibex, a majestic creature that once roamed the Iberian Peninsula. This event marked the end of a lineage that had survived for thousands of years, a lineage that had seen the rise and fall of empires and the changing of countless seasons. The last known individual, a female named Celia, was found dead in the Ordesa y Monte Perdido National Park in Spain. Her lifeless body was discovered in a remote snow-covered area, a silent witness to the harsh realities of nature and the relentless march of time. Her passing marked the end of a species that had graced the earth for millennia. The Pyrenean Ibex was more than just an animal, it was a symbol of the wild, untamed beauty of the Pyrenees, a testament to the resilience and adaptability of life in one of the most rugged landscapes on Earth. The Pyrenean Ibex, a subspecies of the Iberian Ibex, was a symbol of the rugged Pyrenees mountains. These animals were perfectly adapted to their environment, with their long curved horns and sturdy build, allowing them to navigate the steep rocky terrain with ease. With their long curved horns and sturdy build, they were well adapted to the harsh, unforgiving terrain. They could be seen scaling the steepest cliffs, their sure-footedness a marvel to behold. Their presence was a reminder of the delicate balance of nature, a balance that was tragically disrupted. Sadly, their resilience was no match for the relentless pressures of human activity. The encroachment of human settlements, the expansion of agriculture and the construction of roads and infrastructure all took their toll on the ibex's natural habitat. Overhunting played a significant role in their decline. For centuries, the Pyrenean ibex was hunted for its meat and its impressive horns, which were prized as trophies. This relentless hunting pressure, combined with habitat loss, led to a dramatic decline in their numbers. Once a prized trophy for hunters, the ibex population dwindled with each passing season. By the time conservation efforts were initiated, it was already too late. The population had been reduced to a handful of individuals, and the genetic diversity necessary for a sustainable population was lost. Their numbers were further decimated by habitat loss as human settlements encroached upon their natural environment. The forests and meadows that once provided food and shelter for the ibex were transformed into farmland and urban areas, leaving the animals with nowhere to go. The Pyrenean ibex, once a vibrant thread in the tapestry of life, had vanished. Their extinction was not just the loss of a species but the loss of a part of our natural heritage, a reminder of the fragility of life and the impact of our actions on the world around us. Their extinction served as a stark reminder of the devastating impact of human actions on the natural world. It is a call to action, a plea for us to recognize the consequences of our actions and to take steps to protect the remaining threads of the tapestry of life before they too are lost forever. The loss of the Pyrenean ibex sent shockwaves through the scientific community. This majestic creature, once a symbol of the rugged beauty of the Pyrenees, was declared extinct in 2000. The last known individual, a female named Celia, was found dead, marking the end of an era. While the species was gone, a glimmer of hope remained. Scientists, driven by a relentless pursuit of knowledge and a deep-seated desire to correct past wrongs, refused to let Celia's death be the final chapter. In a groundbreaking scientific endeavor, researchers had collected skin samples from Celia before her death. These samples were more than just remnants. They were a beacon of possibility, a chance to rewrite history. These samples, carefully preserved in liquid nitrogen, held the potential for a scientific miracle. The preservation process was meticulous, ensuring that the genetic material remained viable for future use. They contained the genetic blueprint of the Pyrenean ibex, a faint echo of a species lost. This genetic code was a map, a detailed guide to recreating a creature that had vanished from the earth. Could this genetic material be used to bring back the Pyrenean ibex from the brink of extinction? The question lingered in the minds of scientists, fueling their determination and sparking debates in the halls of academia. Scientists turned to the cutting-edge technology of cloning, a process that had shown promise in other conservation efforts. Cloning was not just science fiction, it was a tangible, albeit challenging reality. The idea was audacious, to use Celia's DNA to create a living clone, a genetic replica of the last Pyrenean ibex. This endeavor was fraught with challenges, but the potential rewards were immense. If successful, it would mark a pivotal moment in the fight against extinction. It would not only revive a lost species but also pave the way for future conservation efforts, offering a glimmer of hope for other species teetering on the edge of oblivion. In 2009, almost a decade after Celia's passing, the last known Pyrenean Ibex, a team of Spanish and French scientists, embarked on an ambitious project. They were driven by a shared vision and a deep sense of responsibility to bring back a species that had been lost to extinction. Their goal was to resurrect the Pyrenean Ibex through cloning, a process that had never been successfully completed with an extinct species before. This endeavor was not just about scientific achievement, it was about restoring a part of the natural world that had vanished. The feat was unprecedented and required meticulous planning and execution. The scientists knew they were treading new ground, and the stakes were incredibly high. The cloning process was complex and fraught with challenges. It involved multiple stages, each requiring precision and expertise. The first step was to extract the nucleus, the control center of a cell, from Celia's preserved skin cells. This nucleus, containing the Pyrenean Ibex's DNA, was then inserted into an enucleated egg cell that had its own nucleus removed. This delicate procedure was crucial for the success of the cloning process. The scientists worked tirelessly, knowing that each step brought them closer to their goal. The nucleus, now housed in the egg cell, began to develop into an embryo. The resulting embryo, a hybrid of Celia's genetic material and a surrogate mother's egg, was then implanted into a domestic goat, a close relative of the Pyrenean Ibex. This surrogate mother would carry the embryo to term. The process was long and filled with anticipation. The scientists monitored the surrogate mother closely, hoping for a successful birth. After months of anticipation, a breakthrough occurred. A Pyrenean Ibex clone was born. This moment was a testament to the dedication and hard work of the scientific team. The birth of the clone was a significant milestone in the field of conservation biology. It opened up new possibilities for the future of endangered and extinct species. The Pyrenean Ibex clone was not just a scientific achievement, it was a symbol of hope and a reminder of the potential of human ingenuity to make a positive impact on the natural world. The birth of the Pyrenean Ibex clone was met with a mixture of elation and disbelief. For a brief moment it seemed that extinction had been defied. However, the joy was short-lived. Tragically, the clone survived for only a few minutes. It struggled to breathe, gasping for air as its lungs failed to function properly. Despite the best efforts of the veterinary team, the clone succumbed to severe respiratory complications. The post-mortem examination revealed that the clone had developed lung defects, a common problem in cloning attempts. This heartbreaking outcome underscored the complexities and ethical considerations surrounding cloning, especially when applied to extinct species. Section 5. Pioneering the future advancements in genetic technology. Despite the setback with the Pyrenean Ibex clone, the scientific endeavor held profound implications for the field of genetics and conservation. It pushed the boundaries of what was scientifically possible, demonstrating that genetic material from extinct animals could be used to create viable embryos. The project also highlighted the rapid advancements in genetic technologies, particularly in cloning and gene editing. Techniques like CRISPR-Cas9, a revolutionary gene editing tool, offered new possibilities for manipulating DNA and potentially correcting genetic defects in clones. The knowledge gained from the Pyrenean Ibex cloning attempt paved the way for future conservation efforts, offering a glimmer of hope for other critically endangered species on the brink of extinction. Section 6. The Shadow of Extinction, a stark reminder. The short-lived existence of the Pyrenean Ibex clone served as a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the irreversible consequences of extinction. It highlighted the urgent need for proactive conservation efforts to protect endangered species before it's too late. The story of the Pyrenean Ibex is not an isolated incident. The Earth is currently experiencing a biodiversity crisis, with countless species facing similar threats from habitat loss, climate change, and human activities. The extinction rate is alarming, and the loss of each species has ripple effects throughout the ecosystem. Section 7. Conservation, our shared responsibility. The tale of the Pyrenean Ibex underscores the crucial role of conservation in safeguarding our planet's biodiversity. It is a collective responsibility that requires global cooperation, sustainable practices, and a deep respect for the natural world. Protecting habitats is paramount. Establishing and maintaining protected areas, such as national parks and wildlife reserves, is essential for providing safe havens for endangered species. These areas act as sanctuaries, allowing species to thrive without the threat of human encroachment. Section 8. The fragile web of life. Understanding our impact. We must remember that all living things are interconnected in a delicate web of life. The loss of one species can have cascading effects on entire ecosystems. For example, the decline of pollinators like bees can disrupt plant reproduction, impacting food chains and ecosystems. Sustainable practices are crucial. We need to reduce our ecological footprint by adopting sustainable consumption habits, minimizing waste, and transitioning to renewable energy sources. These actions will help mitigate climate change, one of the biggest threats to biodiversity. Section 9. A future intertwined, protecting our planet's heritage. The story of the Pyrenean Ibex is a poignant reminder of our interconnectedness with nature. The fate of all species, including our own, is inextricably linked. By protecting biodiversity, we are not only safeguarding the planet's natural heritage but also securing our own future. Let us learn from the past and work towards a future where both humanity and nature can thrive in harmony. Through our collective efforts, we can create a world where the echoes of extinction are replaced by the chorus of a thriving planet.